Everybody, it's me. I really want us to ask ourselves, what are we doing? And why are we doing what we're doing? And if we're not doing things, why are we not doing the things that we know we should be doing? After my conversation with Rob, really got me thinking about these questions, especially talking to him very briefly about, what preparedness means to him, which I think is awesome because I had no idea that he was in preparedness. And so, I've been thinking a lot about that. What am I doing? Why am I doing it? And should I be doing anything differently? I think we got it loaded in there pretty good. Everything looks nice and strapped in. And for those of you who don't know who Rob is, he's one of the biggest food producers there in Melbourne, Australia. He's the real deal. He does this commercially. Everything that he does because, number one, he's prepared and he wants to be prepared, and I thought that was awesome. But number two, he believes in high quality food. So if you're one of those people that really care about food sovereignty, if you're one of those people that truly care about, having food, being prepared for food, shit hits the fan type stuff, if you really care about being food secure, if you have questions about the upcoming food shortage, I highly recommend you take a look at my last video. I do a sit down chat with him and we talk about all that stuff. I really like Rob. He is a no-nonsense kind of guy. He'll tell you exactly how it is, and you just don't get that kind of genuine talk anymore. It's very uncommon to have a food producer tell it to you how it is, and I love talking to people like that. I love keeping the fear out of it. I just love real live conversations based upon truth and fact. So if you're all about food preparedness, like I said, I highly encourage you to take a look at that video. Google him. Search for him on YouTube. He's done a lot of other great talks, but I can't encourage you guys to go check him out anymore. So, like I said, go check him out. Yeah, so this is our new project. Hey guys. They are Kune pigs. We got 3 females. The other one's hiding on the other side there. There you are. As you can already see, they know how to use the nipple, no problem. No problem at all. These DIY waters are great for your livestock. So like I said, it's really been weighing on me. What can I do? What can we do to be better prepared as a community, as a group, as a person? And so came up with the idea. One of our brothers got a buck. So it was awesome. He was able to get one this year. And there's a few people in our men's group that have never actually shot a deer, never harvested, never done any of the work that comes with it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have like a cutting room tonight. So I got my knives here, and we're pretty much gonna go over to his house, and we're going to teach people that have never harvested a deer how to do all the cuts and how to do everything. So I think this is awesome. It's going to teach people a very basic skill set that has really been lost. I mean, there's a lot of people that don't even know, how to properly dispatch an animal, harvest it, get all the good cuts, know how to cut difference between a roast, a tenderloin, backstrap, all these terms that a lot of people don't even know. And so there's a few of us guys that do it regularly, and so I thought this is a great way to get into our men's group and then give back actual vital knowledge, because it's great to go out and play golf or play cards or do all other stuff, but really guys, we like to hang out, chew the fat, eat some food, drink some drinks, and hang out. And I think this is a great way to do that. So we're all going to have dinner, we're going to have a few drinks, and we're going to teach people how to harvest a deer. It looks good, don't it?
Yeah, no, he's got it right. He's got it set up right. He should have removed the tail, and probably should have removed the tenderloin the first day, just so he didn't lose any of it to dry. But
there's Brother Isaac making some stew. Got some steaks. A lot of stew meat. We're still going. Looking good. It's like you've been doing this your whole life.
this is just here too. I don't know what the deal is there.
Looks good.
Oh, Marcel.
Hi, officer.
Marcel Dickey called me an hour.
So overall, as you can see, I think it was a total success. My buddy was able to harvest about 25 pounds of meat from that buck, and that's outstanding. So now he has food that he can put in his freezer, and we are able to do something even more important, and that's teach other people how to harvest their own animals and teach other people how to be dependent from the system. You know, these are skill sets that most people don't have anymore. Most people don't know what to do if you were to give them an animal and say, here you go. So this is really great because at a baseline, these guys can say and have the ability to know what needs to be done if they're ever put in that situation by themselves. And right here, I got a garbage bag full of deer scraps I'll be able to give to Cove, so she's going to be really happy about that. So I really implore you guys, get out there, get active, do the things, you know. This was a great experience because not only did we put food in the freezer for a really good friend of ours, family, I mean, I consider him family. Not only did we do that, but we taught people who have never touched an animal, never butchered an animal, never gone through the process. We taught them how to do it. And not only did we teach them, but we ignited something inside of them. They were very happy. They want to come back, and we want to keep doing more of these. We plan to do more of things. So this is great because it's teaching a skill set that's ever fleeting. And so it's really important. If you have a skill set, get out there and teach everybody that's willing to listen. So I encourage you guys to get out there. You know, many hands make light work. As you saw, I mean, in 2.5 hours, we're able to take a buck and fully, you know, get it processed for the freezer for the family. But, you know, it doesn't have to just be a cutting room thing. Everybody loves firearms, right? Especially in this community, everybody's really into firearms. So if you have somebody that's qualified, have them do a gun safety course. Maybe do a concealed carry permit carry course for your group. You know, these are different things that you can do that's going to get everybody involved, and it's going to have, you know, a preparedness minded aspect to it, and that's super important. So here are a few things that come to mind, right? The cutting room, really great. Firearm safety course, taking an NRA pistol course, concealed carry course, great ideas. If you have somebody that's a medic or has medical experience, set up a medical training. If you have somebody that knows how to suture, once you have that basic BLS down, teach suturing to your class. If you have people that have, you know, Dutch oven cooking skills or primitive cooking skills, go out there and do something like that. Men especially, and I know women are probably the same way, but men especially, we like to fellowship and hang out with each other. We like to chew the fat, have a meal, have some drinks. So yeah, you can play cards, you can golf, you can do all that stuff, or you know, you can start doing things that have a preparedness minding slant to it, lean to it. And I think that's super important. Because at the end of the day, the world's not getting any better. And I hate hearing this excuse, OPSEC, bro. OPSEC is just a bullshit excuse for you being antisocial and you not having the social skills to talk to your fellow man. That's what it comes down to. And I hate hearing all these preppers that say, well, people think preparedness is crazy. People think I'm crazy. No, people think you're crazy because you have made being a prepper and hoarding and stockpiling things, you have made that your identity. That's what it comes down to. There are so many ways you can get people interested in preparedness without coming off kooky or sounding absolutely crazy. Take this cutting room, for example. We had a few people from the city, a few guys from the city. I wouldn't consider them very preparedness minded. You know what I mean? I don't think prepper is probably in their vocabulary. But you know what? They came out, they had a great time, they want to do it again. And they didn't think that we were just some crazy preppers, because preppers, stockpiling, hoarding, like I said before, that is not our identity. You know, I don't know too many self-respecting men that don't want to go hang out with some other men, have a good meal, drink some scotch, and learn how to cut up an animal and take steak home to their families. I don't know too many self-respecting men that would think that that's a horrible place to be. I'm sure they're out there, and they're probably lazy, coward, and they're probably vegans, and those aren't the kind of people that are going to be in my circle anyway. So if you guys have skill sets, like I said, get with your men's group, get with your family, your friends, and start teaching this stuff. Like I said, it doesn't have to be as elaborate as a cutting room. You can do something as basic as, you know, having a knife sharpening, you know, workshop where you take your knives out, you sharpen your knives, you teach others how to sharpen your knives, you swap knives and you sharpen each other's knives, you know, team building, community building exercises, you know what I mean? Or you could do something as simple as, hey, we're going to make our own jerky. We're going to come over, have some food, have some drinks. I'm going to show you how to do some DIY jerky. These are the brines I use, etc. So there's so many different team building exercises that you can do, and it really gets you connected with other strong men in your community. And it doesn't just have to be, you know, a men's group, women's group. Like I said, there's no shortage on where you can go with it, because I think it's important for women to also be connected with other strong women in their community as well. At the end of the day, like I said, you can stockpile, you can hoard a bunch of resources, but if you really want to build the next generation of prepared-minded people, if you really want to build sustainability, if you really want to build independence, if you really want to build self-sovereignty, you got to go out and make it happen. You have to go out and make it happen. So like I said, go out there, men, women, form groups, and teach people things. Like I said, it doesn't have to be super elaborate things, but anything helps. Because if you really want to get people into preparedness, you're not going to do it by fear porn, doom and gloom. You're not going to do it that way. You're not going to do it by being a closet hoarder. That's not going to happen. It requires you to go out there and actually do something. People are much more willing to listen to your message of preparedness when they can take home some steak, when they can take home some jerky, when they can take home some knowledge on firearms, when they can take home a sharpened knife, when they can take something that they've learned or something that they have got out of it. That's how you're going to make people that are prepared-minded. It's going to be by action. It's not going to be by the closet bullshit that you guys do in your home because of OPSEC, bro. So if you really want to build the next generation of prepared-minded people, get out there and do it. I hope you guys liked the video. If you guys disagree with me, like I said, please leave a comment in the comment section below. Let's have dialogue. Let's have conversation. That's all I got for you guys today. So as always, guys, long live the Republic.